A very good morning to you and welcome back to Life and Style Inspiration Thursday. I'm your host Mikali. Today on Motivator, we visit Kapi and Mike, a very young couple, but have had to deal with cerebral palsy at a very, very young age. It's their first baby, and Kapi has so much to share with us, the ups, the downs, the challenges of her being a young mom, dealing with a condition that she had never thought that she'd have to face in her life. Let's go talk to Kapi. Hello.
Hi, Mika.
How are you, Kapi?
Hi, karibu.
Asante sana. Such a lovely home.
Thank you, thank you.
See the way I'm just walking in, I'm mesmerized.
Yes, I do DIY for a living, so I make sure my house also looks nice.
Great. It does look good.
Thank you.
All right, I'll just leave my shoes over here.
Yes, just leave them over here.
Okay.
And can have some tea.
Yes, definitely. Can see it over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us. And you have such a beautiful space over here. This is beautiful. This makes it sound over there.
Thank you.
My kitchen.
Yes.
I'm going to definitely be stealing this idea.
This is a reminder for you. So that whenever you feel like you're not in charge of your house, this is
My kitchen. Oh, now I get it. Thank you so much for having us, Kapi.
You're welcome,
And you have
Mikali.
such a beautiful and warm home.
Thank you.
I'm going to steal some things from you, and I know what to do with my kitchen.
Yeah.
And you have rules, goodness, and things labeled everywhere.
Yeah, you have to, because the number of times you keep changing house girls,
Yeah.
it gets tiresome to keep saying, vifuniko pale, nini pale. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, that
Just
happens a lot.
when you come in, you know where things are. I don't have to give you an orientation like so detailed.
Great. I even see mine as medicine. That's the reason we're here today, because of your son and your journey as a mom with a baby with CP.
Yes. Karibu.
Asante sana. If you could take us to, you know, when you got married and, you know, all these expectations of my first baby and all of that. How was it for you?
I was so excited, as in like super excited. I was just like everything, coloring books, harnesses, cots, painting of the room.
No, if you're doing this for your house, I can imagine how prepared you were for yourself.
Like by the time I was like 6 months pregnant, it's like you could have come and you'd be fine.
6 months.
Yes, so I like anything I could think of. Immediately I found out the sex of the kid. I was like all out. Anything I'd say, I'm like, baby, baby, baby.
Like it's calling to you. Wow. So the excitement, anxiety, the full time. Did you go the whole way? And what year was this? 2014.
I went full time. Actually went 41 weeks. So I was actually in like 3 days, and then now it would have been TF. Yes.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? One Sunday I was like, my mama told me, you know what? You're acting funny. Just go and sleep in hospital, and then if you're still okay, come back. So she dropped me in hospital. So sees me, I'm like, I'm not in labor, mom. It's like me, uzali kwa nyumba yangu.
No, not in my house.
So I stayed for hours, the whole night, waiting, because I'm like, no, I'm not going home. I've been admitted. There's no baby coming.
Yeah.
Until like katikati usiku, I felt they started the journey.
The pains and everything, you're getting into labor.
Yes.
So everything, during the whole time, everything was okay?
Perfect pregnancy.
Perfect.
I didn't even have morning sickness. Like it was a perfect pregnancy.
Wow.
Like I was just looking beautiful. At first I thought I didn't add weight until I saw my pictures after.
And you're like, whoa, who's that?
Who's that? Whose nose was that?
And I hear the nose never goes back. Yours went back, no?
I think it has it?
Well, I didn't see it before, but it looks just fine.
Thank you. Yeah, so after I was induced, went into labor. Unfortunately, now it was prolonged labor, because apparently I'd been laboring, but I didn't know as such.
That is possible.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but it took a while. So the prolonged labor, by the time I was 10 centimeters, when you're 10 centimeters, the baby should just out.
Yeah.
But it took almost an hour before he came out. So he got tired, the pushing, I'm tired. By the time he was coming out, he didn't have enough oxygen.
Okay.
So he didn't cry. And that is where our journey began.
That was alarm number one.
Alarm number one. He didn't cry. He was just resuscitated for like an hour. Then by the time I was waking up, he was in the ICU. He actually stayed in the ICU for 2 weeks. And that boy, let me tell you now, the maajabu. He didn't open his eyes for 2 whole weeks.
Oh my God, how was that for you?
Can you imagine being in hospital for 2 weeks? Your son has never opened his eyes, he's never moved. But you're being told this kid is alive. I was looking at those doctors for,
How?
are you sure? Like, you don't wish that, but I was like, Then one day he just cried. Like, it was time. Like, now I'm ready to come.
home.
Yeah. He just cried during showering and he hits water.
He hits water.
He hits water.
To date?
Like, to date. Like, for us, bathing time, you know how it's a sacred time. For us, it's like horror. You prepare emotionally. Like, we're doing this today. Like, if it is there for bathing, everyone starts shouting it from morning. Leo maina noga. Leo maina noga. So that when he starts screaming, you all know.
Ni maina naoga
As in, it's time.
And then immediately after kuoga, he's okay.
He's fine. When he has his clothes on,
He's okay.
comfort zone, he's fine.
Wow. So what was going through your head all this time? Were they giving you like the possibilities of what could be the outcome if, Maina opens his eyes?
Honestly, that time, it's a blur. It's a blur.
All they wanted to see is him open his eyes.
Yes, it's a blur. Then you can imagine a roller coaster of emotions. You've just given birth. Everyone, the excitement of a baby coming.
Yeah.
So everyone is visiting, everyone is talking, everyone is just everywhere. So by the time I was coming to, the only thing I quite remember is the doctor saying he'll have delayed milestones.
Okay.
But, I went home with medicines. I treated it like a flu. This one's of, amepewa dawa, atakuwa sawa. So that was the mentality I went home with. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I gave birth around the same time as my friends. So I could see their babies are progressing. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with my baby? So
then the doctor said a delayed milestone, so of course you'd be like, maybe tupatie another 1 month. Yeah.
Unaendelea tu hivyo kijichocha. But we went on, doctors, get through, like all the hospitals you can think of for babies.
Yeah.
And then eventually now one doctor told us it's CP. Like we'd heard of delayed milestones, but not the CP aspect. Like getting to know this is the condition. I don't know why it took me aback because I had Googled, I had seen the possibilities, but immediately that doctor said I broke down, like a complete broke down. And he kept saying, he will never, this will not happen.
So it
don't
stopped
wait
being
for this.
delayed, it started being never.
It will stop being delayed. It became, this is your life now. You need to accept it.
How many months was he when you were told about this?
Around 4.
4 months.
4, 5 months.
Yeah.
About.
That's when you're being told that this is your life. And have you understood what CP is? I'm sure you'd Googled stuff, but you're just perusing and...
Well, preparedness, I had the books of first year of pregnancy, first year of baby, first year of... I know.
You were really ready.
I kept reading my book. I'm like, okay, this is possibilities. So immediately I was told it's CP. Now I said, like, now intentionally understanding what this is. So, of course, at that time I didn't know any other parents. So it's, you figure it out by yourself. But now, I think it's those journeys where unless you're in it, you never know who else is there with you. Yeah.
So now, what were you supposed to do now? What did they tell you to do? Therapies, because some of the things that they need to do, because walking will probably be a problem, speech will probably be a problem. So what are the first things that you were told to do, and how did you now break down, like tell your probably parents, this is what I'm dealing with and this is how it's going to be, and even the deniability and acceptance of, you know what, this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, breaking it down, we started therapy was like, therapy was even 2 weeks. When he's in the ICU, was being done for therapy. But I didn't understand. I thought it's just to try and wake him up. until now. Now, when we started doing therapy continuously, like, oh, that's what they were doing. We are on constant medication because of anticonvulsants. So there's keeping up with that, which started like 2 weeks at birth, like that onwards. Still now, some of them are still the same. We've added a couple. My mom was there from day one, like those ones of, I'm in the labor, Mike and my mother were here. And they all, like, the one thing they remember from the journey, especially for my mom, is when he woke, when he was resuscitated, my mom and Mike were in deep prayer. Deep prayer, because it could have been stillbirth. I could have lost the baby. But see, I didn't. So the last thing my mom remembered before he closed his eyes for 2 weeks, he opened his eyes and looked directly at my mom before closing them. So when I woke up, I'm like, Mom, 2 weeks, and you're the only one who's ever seen his eyes. How are they? Are they brown, blue, green? But yeah, so the support system I've had is amazing. The support system is, I think it's everything, because the journey to acceptance was made easier because everyone, like my close people, were close with me. They didn't leave me.
Very important.
So the journey became easier because of them.
Yeah, and having a support system is very, very important. It makes it easier for you. But then again, there's something else. CP is very expensive. The amount of therapies that you have to go to, and you know, when they become bigger, then there are milestones that they really like, talking and walking, feeding themselves. Some of these things take a long time, and therapy plays a huge role in helping them do these things.
Yeah.
So, like in a week, how many therapists do you go for?
3 occupational therapy.
Okay.
That's here. And then this one we do reflexology. It's not the kawaida type of therapy, but I think honestly, if I was to really look deep down, I'd say the reflexology is for my healing. I know it works. It could be helping him relax, but more of my psychological, I'm like, I'm doing something, he's relaxing. But the occupational therapy, which is actually the recommended, is 3 times a week. And then we also do our part at home, making sure he sits, making sure his splints are on, playing, massaging him, talking to him, so that, because he's now making sounds, he can laugh. He is able to kick his legs when he's playing. That's when you know he's at his utmost happy time. He'll just move this one leg back, front. And then he makes, like, there are times he can just stay, and then you hear, when the house is silent, like, he starts laughing, you're like, who's that? So the first time we did it, all of us were like, Nimgonjwa, what's wrong?
Oh, you've never had him laugh.
We've never had him laugh.
Wow,
and
then.
When we came out of hospital, he never used to cry. So the first complaint for everything was, mtoto hali. So I don't know if he's awake, if he's not, what time to feed him, what time, his diaper, he's hungry, nothing. So we'd take his leg and beat it like tiny until he makes a sound. Until one day he learned, oh, okay.
I can actually make sounds.
I can cry. And then now the next month I went back to hospital, I'm like, mtoto analia sana. So the doctor is like, what do you want?
I totally understand. I mean, extremes and not knowing what to expect, and when you get it, you're like, is it the right thing? Is it supposed to be this way?
Yeah.
And occupational therapy is supposed to help them walk.
Yeah.
And move their limbs, probably make their spine a bit stronger, help them sit down. What are some of the activities that you do in the house to help with this?
We have a therapeutic ball where we just like sort of slightly bounce him. It helps with aligning of the spine so that he try and raise his head for neck control, because he hasn't achieved that yet.
Okay.
Then we have the sitting aid just to help him sit, the standing aid. Now we tie so that he's able to build his muscles. Eventually he'll be able to hold himself or support himself and his weight.
Okay.
So it's progressive, slowly by slowly. I'd say don't tire. You can't tire. Like, you have to do it consistently if you're gonna see any changes.
All right. getting into this, you didn't know anyone or any other mother, so it was just, it's my journey. I have to learn and, you know, figure things out on my own. But I'm sure 3 years down the line, you've met other mothers who've got babies with CP.
Yes. So what I did, I became those women in hospital who talk to people. Pia mtoto wako, niambie, how have you been? So until I got like now friends, so that I stopped panicking, because I'd panic every single thing, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm young. It's my first baby. Here I am. No one in my family has ever seen something like this. Yeah. So I'd be those, like, I'd go to clinics and I sit next to someone who looks like the kid is like mine. Yeah. So I sit, I ask questions. Naki, akinini, what do you do? What do you do? What do you feed him? Because I had a problem with him gaining weight. Okay. Still a challenge, but at least now I know what to do, what to feed him, what not to feed him.
Well, there are things not to feed him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like milk used to affect us because it used to give him constipation. So later on, you know, I'd pump every mother. Morning maziwa, usiku maziwa, nini maziwa, uji, milk.
Yes, everything.
Until now, later I'm like, hiya. We stayed in hospital for like 3 months, constipation. Like, hiya. So these things you need to learn. So I removed it. Now we don't have those problems. Like, he just poops. He poops.
Kawaida.
Kawaida. There's no, what they call, enema. Every single time was suppositories. Like now, what I think I learned more is now I know about CP in and out. Like I read a lot and I try to talk about it. I'm actually seeing you wearing green. I just noticed right now. Green is a CP color.
It is?
It is.
Okay.
So CP color for raising hope and awareness for CP.
Great. And you have an event coming up. We'll talk about that later on and what it's geared towards. But is there like a community that comes together to, you know, encourage? So many people have AA meetings, they have all these other kinds of meetings that people come together to just talk about stuff and encourage each other. Do we have one among, like, for CP or any other kind of? We
do this. WhatsApp groups for cerebral palsy, embrace cerebral palsy. There's also CPSK, which assists. They assist with therapy. In fact, in CPSK, they help with therapy because they charge 800 for a whole month. Wow. That's very considerable. Yes, it's cheaper than bringing a therapist to your house.
800 for a month. It doesn't matter how many times you take the baby.
It's 8 sessions.
8 sessions. Wow. That's really, so 100 bob a session.
Yeah.
That's
which
really
helps.
nice.
And then there's creating of awareness, and they do the parent support groups where you now get to meet other parents who are ahead. You'll break down. I can assure you, because it's one thing to think you're strong, and then when you see other people in front of you walk the journey, like their kids are like 22, 30, you're like, what? What? That is grace, strength, combination. I don't know. Like God is here, angels, 10 everywhere. Of them, 50,
taking
everywhere.
Care of you. So do you attend this, and how have they helped you, these support groups?
I have not attended one for CP, but I've attended for Embrace Cerebral Palsy. Okay. What it helped me with is just knowing that I'm on the right track. It's okay. I'm okay. There's no wrong, there's no right. Yeah. We're all learning. Yeah. And then, you know, it's nice to just even see guys who are ahead of you and talk to you. Then they tell you, you'll be fine. And that's all it takes.
Great. Listening to your story and mine of being three years old. Yeah. On this show, we've had a lady with an 8-year-old, and I've actually talked to a lady who is, she's called Maria. Yeah. Maria is sort of an ambassador, and she has CP herself. She's living a CP, and she's 4th-year student at Nazarene University.
Seriously?
Yes. So it starts with the small things, the little things you're doing, and loving them, and because that is what she grew up with. Like growing up, she did not know that she's different. She's like, why are people staring at me? Because at home, she's given all this love and told she's okay. She is, So even for Maina, with the love that you so with the therapy and everything, and there's sometimes that it gets to a point where people need to get probably surgery. Is it something that you've been discussing with your doctor, or minor is still, that is not an option? He's better off without it.
He's better off without surgery. Most times he's spastic, yes, but we've not, because of continual therapy, we've not gotten to a point where we need to do the surgery itself.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm really thankful, really thankful for.
All right.
Yeah.
When you came in, you found many green ribbons over here, and you told us about, an event that is coming up towards, minor getting better.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us about that.
So we're doing a fundraising to take minor for stem cell therapy in India. So
what is that?
Stem cell. Stem cell is, the procedure itself is we'll take some stem cells, which are cells that create other cells.
Okay.
And then remove them from the hip, put them in the spine, so that it's able to regenerate and replace some of the brain cells that are not functioning as well, just to give significant, it's not curative,
okay.
It's like something to give him significant improvement, like muscle tone, digestion, holding of the neck, such things. Yeah.
Okay, that's the stem cell
That's
therapy.
the stem cell therapy we're taking him for.
Right.
So we thought about, we're like, do we really, being the person I am, I don't do things kawaida. I was like, do I do fundraising kawaida, call people, give me money? No. Thought, let's do an awareness. So we first started with one group, CPSK, then we're like, no, people need to know about all these other things.
Yeah.
So we have 10 associations that are coming, different, all under the neurological bracket: muscular dystrophy, dyslexia, Down syndrome, Parkinson's, like a couple of us coming together just to create awareness of, we exist, this exists, it could happen to you, it could happen to anyone, because no one chooses it. Yeah. And if it happens to you, don't worry. These are support groups that are there to help you, because they are paving way to meet other people. You meet parents who are going through the same journey, so you're able to advise each other. And then there's something knowing that it's like family. You're not alone.
True.
Which helps even making you a better parent.
It's true.
Yeah.
And being open to all the possibilities and new things, because you will never find out everything by yourself.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. When is it going down?
The twist is, it's like team building. So for each association you go to, you'll do a couple of activities that will make sure you get the point, like what it is to have this special need. It's
Make
not
me
enough.
go through something that someone with CP goes through.
It's not enough to have theory. Sometimes the practical, do it practically until you're like, you know what? I understand. I understand this challenge. I can identify. Is this what it feels like?
Oh my
God. That.
Yeah, that's really nice. Imagine not being able to lift this.
Yeah.
So we take it for granted you're here, lifting, moving things around, but this is a task for them. So we're going to be going through all this.
Those activities, making sure that by the time you're leaving that tent, you know what it feels like to have that particular need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where and when?
It's on 9th July, which is a Sunday, at Mavuno Athi River, Hill City campus.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting from 1 to 5 p.m.
From 1 to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Mavuno, that is the one at Athi River.
Yeah.
That's Mavuno Church, and it's going to be on the 9th of
July. Yes. And there's an entrance fee, 1,000. Now that's where the fundraising comes in.
Okay.
The entrance fee is what we're using to raise the funds. So more of a fun day. We're not charging children, just the adults.
Okay.
And then there's many guys on board. There's even jelly for children for free.
Okay. This is going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
And I love the fact that it's not just Kujinim to Pepe Sano.
No.
It's not just that. It's more than that. It's more of a calm experience.
Yeah.
Let's just give you a minute of what we are talking about.
Yes.
Please try understand it before we get money from you to help me in this and this and this way. So if you're out there and you're looking for something to do on the 9th of July, it's going to be a Sunday.
Yes.
It's going to be a Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. It doesn't matter if you go to Mavuno, it doesn't matter. Whatever church you go to, do this for, Kapi and Mike. I say that right, Mike?
Yes, it's Mike.
For Kapi and Mike, show up, experience, and of course, put money for the right cause. So this, when do we expect Minor probably to be traveling to?
We travel on 16th of July. That's a Sunday. I have a thing with Sundays.
It's okay. It's okay. And we wish you all the best for that. I hope I get to
Thank
see
you.
Maina.
Yes. Let me get him for you.
Please, kindly.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's got dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, even my husband has dreadlocks.
I can see the pictures.
Family.
Hey, Maina.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. No. That is not that one. 3 years.
3 years. He actually turns 3 in September.
Look at that.
Yeah, imagine this is hair for like how long?
Hey.
A year? Like few months. His hair grows really fast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you? I feel like he's shaking.
He's stretching.
Oh, he is stretching. Okay. I thought it's cold in here. All right. So what would you like to tell the mothers out there, you know, young mothers, first baby, and this is the situation they're in, probably as confused as you are at first. And they probably do not know there's help out there, there's support groups out there.
He's happy.
You can look into that camera.
I would say don't worry. God didn't do a mistake by choosing you to go through that journey. I know it is difficult, but it's not impossible. Give yourself strength. Ask God for strength. Get a support group and people. Talk to, if you go to clinic, talk to other mothers like you. See them so that you're able to talk and ask questions. Ask your doctor questions. Research. Because the more you know, the more you're able to help your kid. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's really nice. He's so handsome.
Thanks. I have good genes.
Oh, good genes, eh? Maina, you look absolutely gorgeous and you're going to get better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, I think you said yes. You did. So if you are out there, again, it's the 9th of July at the Mavuno at the River Church campus, you call it, and it starts from 1 to 5 p.m. And I'm definitely going to be there.
Awesome.
So, yes, the question is, where are you going to be? 9th of July, Mavuno, from 1 to 5, and it's only 1,000 bucks to get in. Do something for Maina to get better. He's so cute. No, I'm over here.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, I would love some tea. Okay. Why not? So yeah, this is all we had for you on Motivate today. We love you guys. Have a beautiful day. When we come back from this very short commercial break, we'll have Catherine Wangi on Restaurant of the Week and Books and Blogs. Ciao. Look at you. Why are you staring at me?
Can one have a podcast channel?
Sure.
Is
you
it?
can create your own podcast
The way
channel.
we create YouTube channels?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Because it sounds easier than the YouTube one, because this is audio. So, you know, with
This is
YouTube, you have to look good, your backgrounds and everything, but this is audio, you can
Yeah.
just do it in your house.